Okay, so today we have service call on some Hoshizaki Ice machines that aren't working correctly. This is my new customer. They said they've had a lot of problems. People have been out here, spent tons of money trying to figure out what's going on. When you hear things like that, sometimes you just gotta think. Maybe it's time to step back, think for a minute, and look at the simple things. So when I got here, this machine was making ice. I went ahead and put it into a harvest, got rid of all the ice off the evaporator. Okay, and then the first thing I do is I'm going to do an evaporator check. If you don't know how to check an evaporator, you grab the tubes right here, this tube right here, and you pull. And you see if it gets loose, okay? And you guys see me moving that? That one's loose. That one's not bad. It's not moving. But look at this. Okay, so what's happened is these have come unwelded from the sheet. And if you go down here and look, uh-oh.
That shouldn't be like that. Shouldn't move.
So, and if you follow this right here, this one is loose, this one is really loose, this one is loose, this one's loose, this one's loose. That shouldn't be happening. See, I'm pushing on this one and it's not budging, so this one's still welded, but regardless, this evaporator's trashed. Next thing I'm doing, I'm giving a big picture. The compressor. See that rust right there? It's about to start leaking, and if I scratch at it hard enough, it'll probably start leaking the refrigerant out. We're not gonna do that right now because they need a machine somewhat. Also in the back, the receiver's also rusted out really bad. I told you guys in a previous video, that's caused by poor insulation. The insulation is saturated with water, and through the normal cycle, all those drops, they hit the compressor, hit the receiver, and rust it out. Same thing with the bottom of the machine. Okay, so let's step over to this other one. Same thing, not as bad, but loose, loose, loose. Compressor's been replaced a couple years ago, but the receiver is also rotted out really bad. Someone's installed the wrong hot gas valve. Needs a cube guide. So they get some big quotes here. Okay, so this was a service call on a Hoshizaki Ice machine, and kind of like I stated in the video, this is a new customer to me. And right when I walked in the door, the customer immediately gave me a history on this machine and had told me that they had to have countless people come out here and work on this machine that couldn't figure out what was going on. When you hear that kind of stuff, I mean, anytime you work on these things, it's always best to kind of step back and try to start over and think simple. And the first thing that I checked was I did an evaporator test, and I found that the refrigerant lines had come unwelded to the evaporator sheet. Okay, so basically the ice machine had no way of making ice where those refrigerant lines hit that sheet. Okay, normally what happens is ice starts to form right where that line is brazed to that sheet, or welded, whatever you want to call it. So because of that, they have very low production. So there's only a few ice cubes that are actually forming on that evaporator. With that being said, I looked at the other things that I could quickly find and found, really bad rust in a few spots. I found that exact evaporator separation to be happening to both machines. So gave the customer some quotes, and basically they can decide where to go from there. Okay. As usual, I just want to say thank you for watching my videos. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you like my content. Leave a comment down in the comments section and give me a thumbs up. Okay.